All right, so now we are back for question number 7. For question number 7, they ask us to find the length of the arc, and they give us the radius, which is 20, and the central angle, which is 290 degree. But the thing is, or the thing that you have to take in account or look for this kind of problem is, what's the unit in which they give you the angle. So if the angle is in degree, you need to convert it into radian, because that's how we do it. There's those kind of exercise. To be honest, that's the way that I've did it for the review. Even if I try to do it on degree, they tell me no. They specify, or they said to specifically put it in radian. So that's the reason why knowing how to switch from radian to degree is really important. So if you want to switch from radian to degree, so you're gonna take the radian, you multiply by 180, you divide it by pi. If it was degree to radian, which is our case, so we're gonna take that degree, you multiply it by pi, you divide it by 180. So in our case, the central angle is in degree, so therefore you're gonna transform it into radian. And in order to do so, we're gonna take the 290, which is the degree they gave us in degree. I'll say 290 degree. You multiply it by pi over 180. It's gonna give you a new value, a new output, which is gonna be in radian now. Okay, taking my calculator, that's what I'm doing now. Try to do this so that you guys see what I'm doing. 290, you multiply by pi, divided by 180. It's 5.0666666666. We're not gonna try to find a decimal number, because the first question asked us to give the result in form of ratio, radian ratio. So we're gonna just take the 290 that we have, pi, because when you take 290 pi, you divide it by 180, it's gonna give you 290 pi over 180. Not gonna try to find any decimal number because they didn't specify it, or they didn't say they didn't ask us to find it yet. So the final answer in radian will be 290 over 180. That's the degree only. So right now you need to find the length of arc. In order to find the length of arc, you're gonna take your freshly, or I'll say newly degree that you transform in radian, and then you're gonna multiply it by the radius they gave you, which is 20. So right now, if you take the 290 pi, I'm gonna do it again. You take to the 290 pi, the 290 pi over 180. To remind you again, it's not a new value. It's just a conversion that you did. You take the 290 they give you, you transform it into radian. That's what it will give you. That's the ratio that will give you. 290 pi over 180. That's the same thing as 290 degree. And then you multiply it by the length of arc, by the radius, the radius they give you, which is 20. So we're gonna take the 290 and multiply it by pi. You press the pi button, you multiply it by 20, and it's gonna give you a weird number. You just divide whatever it gives you by 180, and then the final answer will be in decimal, in feet. So it's gonna be 101.2290. And the question asks us to round it to 2 decimal places. In order to round this in 2 decimal places, we're gonna try to get 2 numbers after the period or after the dot. So it's gonna be 1 and 2. Then you stop, and you're gonna take a look at the number that comes after the 2. The number that comes after the 2 is a 9, and the 9 is greater than 5. So you go up at 5, or numbers that are greater than 5. So that's the reason why you're gonna add a +1 here on top of the 2, and then your final result will be 101.23. So this is gonna be the final answer, or the length of the arc in feet. So I'm gonna try to summarize everything again. So when they give you the problem, most likely or generally they don't give you the central angle in radian, which is what you need to actually do the problem. So you'll have to find it yourself. And if they give you the central angle in degrees, so you need to transform it into radian. In order to do so, you'll take whatever number they give you, right? You're gonna multiply it by pi over 180. It's going to give you a new fraction. The fraction is going to be the radian that you need, and the fraction that you're going to get from converting the initial degree that they give you, you're going to multiply it by 220, which is what we did here. So this was the fraction that we had at the beginning, and this is the radius that they also give us. So this is the degree that we converted, and this is our radius. So we took both of them, we multiplied, and it gave us something like this. And we came back to the question again, and we did what they told us to do, which is to take it two numbers after the period. So that's what we did, and we ended up with this final answer when we converted it and also rounded it. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna go and do question number 8 now, and that's pretty much it for now.